everybody, we're back. Are you guys ready for some scapula and wrist and arm strengthening? That's what this little video is today. We're just gonna do a bit of strengthening for those regions. And so what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a THERABAND and you're gonna need weights again. So we're gonna start with chest expansion. You guys are familiar with that. And you're gonna put the THERABAND on your shins, right? Try not to let it scrunch up. You're gonna slide your hands back, measuring it to about the alignment of your hip bone. All right, so sliding the arms back, what you wanna do is sit as upright as you can. You're gonna lift your sternum up, but what I want you to work on is rolling your shoulders behind your ears versus letting them roll forward. Okay, so you're gonna lift up tall on your spine, hold your core. We're gonna start into a bit of a warm up. So you'll inhale in place. On your exhale, you're gonna press your shoulder blades together behind you like you're squeezing a pencil back there between your blades. Pull the wrist behind your hips, even behind your buttocks if you can. Hold. Inhale, bring the wrists forward. Exhale, pinch your shoulder blades, squeeze those arms into your body as you bring the wrist behind your bum. And inhale forward, exhale, press. 3. And inhale forward, exhale, shoulder blades back, roll the shoulder bones behind your ears, hold. Inhale forward, exhale, press shoulder blades, squeeze, arms pushing back. Remember not to bend your elbows. And inhale forward, exhale, pulling back, roll the shoulders like you're scrolling them, right? Remember that cue? One more, inhale, exhale, press behind you, pinch your shoulder blades, hold, and forward. So it's about 3 count hold. Okay, so from here, we're gonna go into hundreds with chest expansion. So through all of that, again, I don't want you to bend your elbows. I want you to keep your arms really rigid and straight. You're gonna press those arms down toward the floor, right? Again, shoulders not forward but back, behind the ear. All right, so inhale, on your exhale, we're gonna begin. We're gonna pull back behind your hips and hold. Pump the arms pressing behind you. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more. Pulling behind you, and last one. And rest. Woo, I don't know about you, but I feel that burn. Oh my goodness, already. Okay, didn't take much, right? All right, so there's gonna be some exercises in here where if you have an impingement in your shoulder and you have a lot of tightness in the front of your chest, I'm gonna let you know which ones those exercises are, and I don't want you to do those. For example, it's arm raises and side raises. If you can handle it and feel not too uncomfortable in your shoulder, you can start with light raises, but you want to work up to that. Please only do what you can. So don't overdo it. Challenge yourself to where you get a bit of a challenge, but don't hurt yourself, right? Okay, so now we're going to put the THERABAND underneath the feet. Flip the hands up. All right, scoot forward to the edge of your seat. Mine's slipping. Palms are up. See the THERABAND there across my hands? Squeeze it, the elbows into the ribs. You're gonna inhale, on your exhale, tuck your butt. Squeeze the low abs in tight. From here, keep the elbows into the ribs and curl up to the shoulders, 1. So you're gonna inhale, exhale, squeezing the core in. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Now when I say squeeze, I mean core 2. And 5. And 6. And 7. Remember your navel's pulling back toward your spine. Tightening the low abdominals. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. And 1. Let's alternate. You're gonna lower, open, and curl the outside shoulder. Lower, go into 90 degrees, curl to the shoulder again. Inhale, open, it's like a little V. And inhale, parallel, curl. Down, open, outside shoulder. In, parallel, 90 degrees. Inhale, open, keep going. 2 more, and 1, forward, pull. Nice, and rest. Ooh, I feel that in the wrists. So Again, if you have weak wrists, this is a good one to help strengthening those wrists. All right, so let's go into rotator cuff. So a lot of times, again, we get some weakness into this joint, and with strengthening the shoulder, there's a lot of variations and places that need to be strengthened. This next exercise is rotator cuff, right? So we're gonna try to aim for wrist bone in line with the elbow. Squeeze your armpits back there, as if you have a newspaper underneath your armpit. Okay, so you're gonna pull back, you're gonna pull the wrist back in line with your elbows, and back in line with the ribs. So you'll inhale, exhale, press back, squeeze 2, 3, and forward, inhale, exhale, squeeze 2, 3, inhale, exhale, back, 2, 3. Notice I'm trying to keep my elbows close to the ribs. 2, 3. If you don't feel the back of the arms, you're not squeezing quite inward enough. Back, 2, 3. Okay, you should think of your bone rotating back to the back wall, your arm bone. 2, 3, 2 more, back, 2, 3, and last one, back, 2, 3. Good, okay, so let's let go of the THERABAND for now. Go ahead and put that down on the floor. You're gonna grab your weights now, and let's do variations with that. Okay, so this is also rotator cuff, but just a variation. You might want to just change it up. So you're going to put your elbows into the ribs again. Let's do little pulses. You're going to pull the dumbbells back. Notice how many dumbbells about in line with your elbow. If you can't get that quite right, you might be a little forward of your elbows. So keep working toward it. Just try to keep pulling back behind your elbow bones. Okay? So I'm going to pull way back there. I think I have decent rotation there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pulse. And I'm going to try to get my wrist to go behind my elbow. 1. Squeeze 2. That's just because I have a little bit more range in that shoulder. 4. And squeezing 5. So the secret is back muscles, blade squeezing, shoulders, and arms squeezing into the body. And 1. And rest. Woo, feel that. Shoulder roll up and back. 5 times. Back and down. Up, back, and down. So you're going shoulder blades moving, shoulder blades pinching, shoulder blades press down. Up, back, down. You need movement in there. 2 more. I guess that wasn't 5, it was more. And 1, awesome. Okay, so now, building arm range. There's some people that I work with and they can't raise their arm quite to straight position. They're a little bit stuck here, and that's because of the rigidity in the shoulder joint. So what I want you to do is really work on moving that scapula to where the scapula is pulling down toward your hip. It's that back bottom blade area pulling down, okay? So you're gonna stretch that left arm up, bring it all the way up by your ear, pull it behind you, hold 2, 3. Now we're gonna go right arm up, go to tabletop, this is your tabletop. Right arm up, pull the shoulder blade back and down, reach that left arm to the floor. Tabletop, inhale, exhale, left arm up. So what I'm doing is I'm letting the blade squeeze behind me. Tabletop, inhale, exhale. So I want you to just build movement range. 90 degrees, and keep going, 90. Now you can do this also without weights. If you're feeling really weak, you can just start with really light weights or none. 2 more. And 1. Good. And back up. Very nice. So from here, we're going to stretch the left arm out. Let's take a little side stretch. You're going to push the right arm down through the floor and just extend that left arm up to the ceiling, angling your body slightly to the right. Tighten the abs. Okay, so it's a little mini side stretch. Okay, and bring that left arm down, reach the right arm up, reach, and up and over right. What I want you to do is press your right hip down into the chair. Okay, and then back up, lifting your spine, back down. Awesome. All right, so let's go into overhead presses. So nowadays it seems like we're most of the time of the day, I know for myself as well, we're like kind of slumped over and we're looking at the computer and our head is pivoted forward. And so we're starting to lose strength in our neck muscles. So I'd like you to, when you do your overhead press, I want you to think of lifting up your sternum and elongating through your spine. So you're gonna stretch up as high as you can and get that neck to lengthen just a little bit, and then you'll bring your head back to center, okay? So dumbbells are gonna go by the shoulders, like stick them up, right? Pull the blades back, you can inhale, stretch, and look up, tap the dumbbells, Exhale, press the shoulder blades down, down, down. You're pushing the elbows into the hips. Turn the dumbbells in, bring it back down. Squeeze in the biceps, pull the palms back like stick it up, and stretch up, lift. Exhale, pull the blades down, press your armpits down. Good, dumbbells in, back down, and curling up, and open. Stretch up, tap, exhale, pull, press, good, and in, back down, inhale, exhale, squeeze, and open, stretch up, lift your heart, look up, tap, pull down, like a little box shape, to the hips, palms into the shoulders, and down. Notice the bicep curl, and open, blade, stretch up, lift, chest is high, press it down, into the lats, okay, dumbbells in, back down, 2 more, squeeze, and open, stretch up, lift, tap, press, so it's actively pressing hard down, dumbbells in, and down, last one, squeeze and resistance, and back, stretch up, lift, exhale, press, and palms in, and back down, awesome. Okay, so another thing I see with a lot of people is I see that they, for some reason, don't work the inside of their arm or have lost a bit of range in their movement from arms pressing out and in, believe it or not. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have 90 degrees. For some of you that might be hard, your arm might be kind of like this or like this, and that just shows you there's some variations in strength in your arm. So work toward trying to get that wrist bone right in line with that elbow, okay? We're gonna open, press and squeeze the inside arm together and tap the dumbbell. You're gonna push the elbows behind your ears and back. Press, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Pushing back. Now for Allison, I actually don't want you to do this one. And inhale, stretch. You can push behind you, but then don't really worry about bringing your elbows all the way in. And press back, pinch. Exhale. Push, 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 push. And open. Try to get your elbows to touch. Yeah, it's different. And push. 2 more. Make sure you squeeze your abs as you press them in. And 1, and press. Rest for a second. Okay, so we're almost done. You're gonna bring your arms down by your side. Let's do single arm raises. And again, this is the one, if your shoulder is impinged in the front, you might wanna work up to this, okay? This is deltoid strengthening, so you're gonna bring your right arm up, right in line with your shoulder, back down, squeeze the back of your arm. Reach up to 90 degrees, press your armpit back. Remember, it's not here, okay? Reaching up and press down. As I do this, I want you to notice that I'm holding my shoulders still. I'm not letting them slide around. Inhale, exhale, press. So some people, when they move like this. You see how my shoulder moved up? Yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay, up and press. Keep going, up, squeeze back. 2 more, up, and 1. So I'm going to squeeze my abs here, hold, go to a T, stretch, and down, and 2, and down, and 3, and 4, keep going, 3, and 2, squeezing, and 1, and rest. I don't know about you, but when I push in resistance, I actually feel that. Now, if you find that working with this dumbbell strength is easy, you can also raise the increment up just a little bit. Anyhow, we are just about done. I want you to open up the chest and shoulder blades. Let's work into a nice deep stretch. You're gonna bring the arms down by your side. Inhale, exhale, stretch up, lift your heart, looking up. You're gonna let your arms pass behind you, right? How do you do that? Blades. Then lift your chest up and head as you reach the back corners of the room, pinch your blades. Okay, this is a very deep range, so make sure you're behind your ears. Stretch up. You have to transfer to your back muscles. Push back behind you, squeeze your blades, press down into the armpits. This is one that I love Rob to do. Lift up and behind you, and Allison. And up. And Jen, when you do this, make sure you look up and kick. 2 more. Up, press behind you. And 1, lift, sliding back, pinch. Now take it easy on that one, because what it does is it kind of pulls into that shoulder a bit. So you want to really just be careful and go slow. Don't grip in your chest and shoulders, try to relax to that. Anyhow, that is it for your shoulder work today and your arm and shoulder blade area. So I hope you have a good week, and feel free to repeat this if you need to. It's all for that nice therapy and hopefully to continue keeping your shoulders and your blades stronger.